Alright, so this video is going to show you what to do when you have a triangle that has one length instruction and two angles. And for this particular example, we've been drawing triangle DAL. We've been given the length of the line D and A, which is 5 centimeters. We have the angle of D, which is 35 degrees, and the angle of A, which is 70 degrees. As always, the first thing you need to do when drawing a triangle is to draw your first line. But this one, instead of making it whatever length you want, you have to make sure that it is exactly 5 centimeters. So you use your ruler to make sure that you measure it properly, and you simply draw a line that is 5 centimeters long. And we label it D and A, because that is what the line instruction told us. The next thing we have to do is use one of the angle instructions. So I'm going to start with angle D. So I know I go to the D mark that I put on my line, take my protractor, make sure that the points where the line meet here go on to the end of my line, and I want to make sure that the bottom of my protractor is lined up with the line that we just drew so that our protractor is properly organized. And now I know I have to go to 35 degrees. We can either use the 35 degrees over here, right here between 30 or 40, or sometimes people might want to try and use the 35 degrees over here between the 30 and 40, but I need to look at myself and say, this one, if I use it, is going to create an obtuse angle, and I do not have an obtuse measurement. This one over here is going to create an acute angle, and I do have an acute measurement, so this is the one that I want to use. Now I go and I connect the dot with the edge of my line using the side of my protractor, and there we go, we have angle D finished, 35 degrees. Now we have to go back and use our last measurement, which is A for 70 degrees. So again, I go over to the other corner that we labeled A earlier, take my protractor, make sure to line up where the lines intersect on my protractor with the end of my line here. Make sure that my bottom line here is lined up with the line that we drew, and then we're going to look for 70 degrees. Again, there's 70 here, and there's 70 here. If I look at this one, I know that's an acute angle, and I know that 70 degrees is an acute measurement, so I'm going to use this 70 degree angle, make a dot, and connect the lines. Make sure that they meet. And then anything that's extra, I can take my eraser and erase it. And there's two final steps that we need to do. We know that this is 70 degrees. And we know that because this is angle DAL, the only letter that we don't currently have is L. So I'm going to label this with L. And there you go, a triangle with given one length and two angles.